President Joukowsky, the candidates for degrees and certificates have been assembled. The faculty and staff and guests are in their places. The 58th annual commencement exercises of Three Rivers Community College are officially in session.
Good afternoon. I'm Ken Barfield, Dean of Students and Faculty at Three Rivers Community College. It is my honor to preside today over the college's 58th commencement ceremony. What a wonderful way to begin our commencement exercises today. Please join me in a round of applause for the Thread City Brass Quintet. Thank you, Grand Marshal Professor James Sherrard and Faculty Marshals Karen Amore, Associate Professor of Nursing, Todd Berry. Everyone have a seat. Thank you, Grand Marshal Professor James Sherrard and Faculty Marshals Karen Amore, Associate Professor of Nursing, Todd Berry, Associate Professor of English, Lillian Rayfelt, Professor of Nursing, and Nicola Ricker, Professor of Science. This year, we are delighted to have the national anthem sung by Three Rivers Middle College Magnet High School student, Kiley Dion. Kiley is a senior and is going to graduate high school with a 34 credits and a 3.95 GPA. She is a member of the National Honor Society and Three Rivers Phi Theta Kappa. She is going to be attending Dean College in the fall. She currently works at the Health and Wellness Center and is an active member of the community. Kiley, would you please join me at the podium? Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Everyone please be seated. Thank you, Kiley. That was beautiful, and we are so very proud of you and wish you continued success during your studies here at Three Rivers Middle College. At this time, I would like to introduce those seated on stage. Please stand when introduced and remain standing through the introductions. Please hold your applause until I have introduced everyone. Dr. Mary Ellen Joukowsky, President, Three Rivers Community College. Chief Motowai Motoish, Many Hearts, Marilyn Lynn Malerba, United States Treasurer and this year's commencement speaker. Richard Blumenthal, United States Senator for Connecticut. Regent Vice Chair James McCarthy, Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education, who brings greetings from the Board of Regents for Higher Education. Dr. John Maduco, President of Connecticut State Community College. James Sherrard, Nuclear Technologies Program Coordinator and Grand Marshal. Terrence Delaney, Department Chair, Professor of English and Faculty Speaker. Stephen Getchis, Dean of Administrative Services, who will be introducing the degree candidates. Tom Bailey. Tom Bailey, Associate Dean of Operations, who will also be introducing the degree candidates. Dr. Mark Tremontosi, President of the Three Rivers College Foundation. Betty Belargin, Director of Institutional Advancement, who will give the alumni charge. Benjamin Kinney. Benjamin will give the student graduate address. Hiram Merkley, President of the Three Rivers Student Government Association. Joy Valenti, who will be signing for us. And please give everyone a round of applause. And you may be seated on stage. Also joining us today are Connecticut State Senator Kathy Austin, Miriam Elahai, President and CEO of the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut, and members of the Connecticut State Community College Delegation. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the accomplishments of our wonderful students. They are the center of our world at Three Rivers, and as a college, we strive to serve them to our fullest ability. At this time, I would like to ask the following students to please come to the stage. Andrea Dadalt, Mohammed Kabni, and Melanie Stanley.
Buenas tardes, queridos damas y caballeros. Estamos hoy aquí presentes para celebrar el 58º acto académico de Three Rivers Community College. Queridos graduantes, os felicitamos por haber pasado este año 2023. Estamos muy orgullosos de todos vosotros por haber sobrepasado todos los obstáculos que este año conllevaba y os deseamos lo mejor. Muchas gracias. Buongiorno signore e signori, siamo oggi qui presenti a Three Rivers Community College per festeggiare il 58° anniversario. Carissimi graduanti, ci troviamo oggi qui e siamo molto orgogliosi di voi per tutto quello che avete fatto durante questo anno scolastico e vi auguriamo il meglio. Molte grazie.
مساء الخير السادة وسيدات الحضور. اسمي محمد كامني، أهلا ومرحبا بكم لحضور حفل التخرج الدفعة 58 لجامعة ثري ريفر كوميونيتي كولج. أعزائي الطلبة والطالبات الخريجين، أهنئكم لتخرجكم. نحن فخورون بكم ونتمنى لكم الأفضل في خطواتكم القادمة.
欢迎来到上河世界宣言举行的58届毕业典礼。我叫梅兰，和我这里是一个学生的美术编辑。我们在这里庆祝你和你的成就。祝贺2023届毕业生！我们会很骄傲，因为你已经证明自己是一个敬业的学生经验，克服重重困难，你没有放弃。我们希望你在下一次努力中一切顺利。谢谢。
All right, let's give them one more round of applause. At Three Rivers, we strive to assist our students in being academically successful and having an enriching academic experience. We, the faculty and staff at Three Rivers, are eternally encouraged and steadfastly supported in this important endeavor by a wise, unwavering, and courageous president. We are deeply grateful for her leadership. Again, it is my honor to introduce President Mary Ellen Jacoski.
Thank you, Dean Barfield. Thank you, Regent McCarthy, and to all our guests for joining us today, and especially to our commencement speaker, Chief Malirba. Congratulations, graduates, on this spectacular day. This ceremony is one of my favorite days of the academic year. Today, we celebrate and honor you, our graduates. You number almost 240, and you come from all walks of life, each with your own unique story. You chose to enroll at Three Rivers for its affordable, accessible education, and here you are today. We are gathered to celebrate you and your accomplishments this evening. I want to highlight the diversity and achievements of you, our students. As I call your name, would you please stand and be recognized? Misoti Santiago. Misoti Santiago will be graduating alongside her middle daughter, Brittany Lavelle Turner, who just graduated from the TRCC program last evening and is working as a nurse in the emergency room department at Yale M. She persevered, Misuti's persevered over the past 6 years to earn a degree while stepping out to be the caregiver for her father, who sadly was diagnosed with dementia and stage 4 colon cancer. One of her father's last wishes before his passing was that she re-enroll. Today, she is achieving her degree, making her father proud, remembering in a video, walking down a TRCC hallway, telling her, quote, "Who would have thought after 71 years I would be walking through a college?" Her father never attended college, but vicariously, he will be walking by her side today. Finally, DeHeus, please stand. She is graduating with an associate degree in early childhood education, and she wants to turn her passion for working with children into a long-lasting career where she can help students reach their utmost potential. She was able to use the Assessment of Prior Learning portfolio course to earn college credits, and she will continue working as an English language tutor while pursuing her bachelor's and master's of teaching degree. Stephanie Cecilia King. Stephanie is graduating today with an associate degree in liberal arts and sciences. She is the first in her family to earn a college degree while continuing on to a bachelor's degree to finish the prerequisites for medical school. She is grateful for the support she received from her fellow students and teachers, and for meeting new people in a judgment-free community, and for her advisor who was so helpful in guiding her through the rough patches, consistently helping her focus on the important tasks at hand. Rebecca Rose Lucier. Rebecca is earning an associate degree as a certified clinical medical assistant, and she will be beginning her bachelor's degree in advanced medical imaging and diagnostic medical sonography at Boise State University. Rebecca will miss Three Rivers friends and her great teachers who worked hard to create great classes. Edwin Lloyd Fontanella Smith. Edwin is graduating with an associate degree in liberal arts and sciences and who uses she, her pronouns. She earned her degree She earned her degree to get prerequisites done to save money to transfer to a four-year college. She also came here because Three Rivers allows for mistakes and lets you learn how to grow from them. She loved the community, felt really lucky to have so much chosen family here, but she is ready to take the next step into adulthood. TRCC College made her feel like a second home, not somewhere I go just to get a grade. I am going to miss every part of Three Rivers. Lenora Elsie is graduating with an associate's degree in business studies. Lenora loves the versatility and the varied path to success this degree offers. It brings her closer to attaining her dream of owning a successful business, and she plans to get a bachelor's at a four-year university and then open a bakery. Jacob Todd. Jacob is graduating with an associate degree in general studies. Jacob is graduating with over 70 credits that are easily transferable to state schools. He is proud that he didn't have to take out loans or go into debt, and he plans to attend Charter Oak State College and is pursuing a bachelor's degree in early childhood education to become a great early childhood educator, teaching future generations and continuing to run his own business as a personal trainer and nutrition specialist. Ahmed Mohammed. Ahmed is graduating today with an associate in science degree, accounting career. Ahmed wants to continue and transfer credits to earn a bachelor's degree in accounting and pursue his goals of being an accountant in order to be independent in the future and establish a business. Congratulations to all of you. You have our best wishes for success. I also want to acknowledge the following students. Caitlin Guerin, would you please stand? Caitlin is a 17-year-old student in the Three Rivers Middle College, graduating today with a liberal arts and sciences degree. Frances Drew, would you please stand? I hope you don't mind that I'm celebrating you today, a 67-year-old with a mechanical, electrical, basics certificate. In addition, students represent our local communities. 68 from Norwich Free Academy, 20 from Fitch High School in Groton, 19 from Ledyard High School in Ledyard, 15 from Montville High School and Waterford High School, 13 from Griswold High School, 12 from East Lyme High School. There are 401 of you receiving degrees and 38 of you receiving certificates, with 7 graduates receiving 2 degrees and 6 of you receiving a degree and a certificate. Congratulations to all of you. So, for so many of you today, you are the first in your family to earn a degree. Would you please rise if you are the first in your family to earn a degree? Thank you. Today, I would also like to acknowledge our veteran students, our graduates from the class of 2023, and those who are pursuing their education, as well as the families and friends of these graduates. I would also like to ask all of our veterans and their families who may be present to stand if you are able, along with our veteran students, so we can honor your service to our country. Thank you. Today, I speak to all of our graduates and say, This is your day to celebrate your commitment to learning, the effort and dedication you invested to pursue your education and your perseverance to make it possible. Graduates, I hope that Three Rivers community has been a place that ignited the spark of learning that will cause you to be a lifelong learner, a place that introduced you to the value of the liberal arts, a place that instilled in you the desire to strive for excellence academically, personally, and professionally, a place where individual faculty members have touched your life in ways you never would have imagined, a place that provided a solid academic foundation for you to choose a profession to pursue that will allow you to make a difference in the lives of others. And finally, a place where relationships will lead to lasting friendships. As you do so, there are family and friends who join you today who know well your educational journey. Graduates, as you celebrate your accomplishments and a new beginning and a new future of opportunity made part by family and friends, please stand and turn around and salute your faithful supporters and enthusiastic cheerleaders. Please do so. Graduates, we are so happy to share this day with you and the promise of a bright, bright future.
It is my honor to introduce Richard Blumenthal, United States Senator for Connecticut. Senator Blumenthal served as Connecticut's Attorney General for an unprecedented 5 terms before being elected to the United States Senate in 2011. He is currently serving his 3rd term as United States Senator from Connecticut. Please welcome Senator Richard Blumenthal.
I'm really so honored and excited to be here today. Some of you may notice I'm here with a cane and a broken leg. The result of being knocked down at the Yukon Huskies victory parade. Wouldn't have happened to me if it were Three Rivers. But not even a broken leg could keep me away from today. I am really very, very proud and grateful for the opportunity to address you today, and just want to say congratulations, class of 2023. You did it. And all of us share your excitement. Obviously, you didn't do it on your own. You had a great faculty to help you. How about a round of applause for the faculty? And of course, all of your loved ones, your friends, your family, they were behind you every step of the way. I'm really honored to share this stage with Lynn Malerba. She is the chief of the Mohegan tribal nation. She is known as Chief Many Hearts. That is her name. She also happens to be Treasurer of the United States of America. So she prints all the money that you use. She is in charge of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing and Fort Knox, in case you want any gold one of these days. And I'm especially excited to hear some of the stories that President Joukowsky just recited. I suspect we could go through every one of your histories and they would be great success stories, because Three Rivers is a great American success story in higher education. Each of you should be so proud of the hurdles you've surmounted, long nights, sometimes part-time jobs, childcare, parent care. And you've come to this place because of all that hard work, and many of you, the first in your family, as I was in mine, to graduate from college. And you've surmounted a few other hurdles. You are the first class to have endured and persevered through the pandemic, all of the years that you've been here. COVID has been a presence. You've surmounted a few other epidemics, the opioid epidemic, the gun violence epidemic. The Surgeon General just told us about the loneliness epidemic. The word epidemic has become almost commonplace these days. But these challenges have been real and serious, and you've persevered by caring for each other, by reaching out and extending a helping hand to each other, sometimes asking for help. You know, there are times when it's more courageous to ask for help than even to give it. And you have proved wrong all of the naysayers and the catastrophiers. You've proved you have all the makings of the next greatest generation. Class of 2023, congratulations to you. And remember that every generation makes a compact. It's a uniquely American compact to leave this country better and stronger for the next generation. So we're counting on you to make sure that people get equal pay for equal work. All Americans deserve equal pay for equal work. And that all Americans have access to the ballot box. Everybody ought to have the right to vote in this great country, and that we preserve women's health care and reproductive rights in this great country. We're counting on you to do it. Thank you for all that you've done to reach this point and all that you will do to keep that American compact to leave our nation even better. And never forget what President Joukowsky said. Three Rivers is a place that has allowed you to make mistakes. And if you learn from mistakes, you are destined for true success. Keep helping each other. Keep helping our nation. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Senator Blumenthal, for joining us today. Your reflections and your support of students is appreciated. Thank you for your words of encouragement as our students continue their journey. And now I would like to introduce Regent Vice Chair James McCarthy. Regent McCarthy holds an undergraduate degree from Holy Cross, a master's degree from Indiana University, and a PhD from Princeton. He resides in Clinton. Regent McCarthy, would you please come to the podium?
Hello. I'm honored to serve on the Board of Regents for Connecticut State Colleges and Universities, and to be with you today as a representative of the Regents as you celebrate this wonderful day. Of course, you're the reason we're here. So the first thing I want to do is to convey my congratulations on behalf of the entire board, and wish you all the best in your success, which by virtue of what you've achieved here, we know is going to be considerable. But I also want to say that I'm here officially to congratulate you and welcome you, but I'm pretty humbled today. I'm going to depart from the text. I'm humbled by the stories I've heard of you and what you've done, and I know there are many stories beyond the ones we heard. I'm humbled by the people with whom I'm sitting. I'm humbled by the presence of our senior senator. I'm humbled by the presence of Mutawe Mutahash Marilyn Malabra, who is not only chief of the Mohegan tribe, but also treasurer of the United States. I'm humbled by the faculty members that are sitting with you today and who have been with you through your entire journey here, and by the families that are with us today. This is just a wonderful pieces of evidence about what you've gone through and where you are going. So again, let me issue my sincere congratulations to the graduates. It's your day from the Board of Regents. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Regent McCarthy, for your special wishes for our graduates and for being with us to celebrate this wonderful day. Thank you for your words of wisdom and best wishes for our graduates. And now I would like to introduce President John Maduco, who brings greetings on behalf of Connecticut State Community College. President Maduco, please come to the podium.
So class of 2023, Three Rivers faculty, staff, Senator Blumenthal, Chief Malerba, esteemed guests, beloved family, members, and friends. For starters, I want to thank you all for allowing me to participate in this special day celebrating Three Rivers Community College's 58th commencement. And before I continue, please join me in giving a round of applause to Dr. and President Mary Ellen Jakowski. She is a great leader of this great college, so give her a round of applause. Dr. Jakowski, thank you so much for your leadership. So it's one of my great honors as CT State Community College President to be here today to congratulate the Three Rivers graduates on this special day. So graduates, today we honor your achievements during your time at Three Rivers. Your time with us has been marked by academic discovery, intense focus in your chosen course of study, and next-level hard work, all taking place during a time of significant change in our country per the global pandemic. Today's ceremony marks the culmination of all of you accomplished at Three Rivers, and we're so proud of you and celebrate you as you move on to the next chapter of your professional and personal journey. I'm often asked to speak at graduation ceremonies, and typically, you have a stage of college officials and dignitaries dressed as wizards. And you're laughing, you're dressed as wizards too, right? So here I am throwing it right back at you. And typically we're talking about the honor and how regal this day should be. But honestly, I want to skip all of that, right? And really make my remarks entirely about you. So please bear with me. We are typically raised and nurtured to be selfless in life. But honestly, you had to embrace being selfish to make it to this point. Each of you have your own worthy and value reasons for pursuing higher education. Typically, it's centered around your why, having to be fulfilling a dream tied to a specific career, having the ability to take care of your loved ones, or giving back to your community on a local or global level. Yet, you're here today based on immense sacrifice where you had to say no to loved ones, miss out on birthdays and vacations, and relaxing on the weekends. Sometimes even missing out on that Bad Bunny or Drake or Taylor Swift concert. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not missing out on those concerts, so if you wanna join me, let me know. So when I was a freshman at California State Polytechnic University, Pomona, aka Cal Poly Pomona, go Broncos, unfortunately I experienced a semester where my grades suffered due to family and personal challenges. During that early period of my life, my academic advisor, Dr. David Steele, professor of biological sciences, introduced the notion of being selfish instead of being selfless as related to my academic and college endeavors. I pushed back immediately on this unique perspective and advice. I told him, in many ways, how some of you are thinking right now that I was raised to be selfless and put others first. So Dr. Steele stopped me in my tracks and my train of thought and asked, Maduco, tell me about your why and what was behind your personal and professional goals. I told him I wanted to become a medical doctor, cure people of their ailments, and gain the economic freedom to care for my Nigerian immigrant parents who sacrificed everything for my siblings and me. So his response in that moment, to me, provided my life's very first Zen moment. He asked, how will you take care of those you love and give wellness to patients if you do not become selfish right now regarding your studies? I realized at that moment where he was going and the steps I needed to take to transform into accomplishing my academic pursuits. Graduates, you are here today because despite the very people and reasons that are dear to you, you were willing to sacrifice everything and uniquely be selfish to accomplish your life-changing goals. Sometimes we do not foresee those moments during our lives or those conversations with those in our support systems, family, friends, professors, mentors that have helped us learn new ways of working together, creating community, and supporting one another during an extraordinary time. All of you have learned impactful lessons in adaptability, how our world can change instantly, and how every one of you has and will continue to be called upon throughout your life to do more. When I think about the unexpected directions of our lives can take, I often say that life is long and lived in chapters. Your life, your future careers, and every moment from this point forward will possess distinct opportunities to challenge and have you apply your will, your grit, intelligence to emerge freely. The liberty you all have gained by earning a credential based on knowledge is something no government or group can ever take away from you. This commencement marks the end of a pivotal chapter as a student and the beginning of a new chapter out in the world as a more knowledgeable professional and student of life. But you'll also experience distinct periods throughout your life and professional careers. The professions you begin right after college will not likely be the one you have forever. In fact, please accept this reality. Most of you, if not all of you, will have multiple variations in your professional career. You may begin a family and parenthood and family life with a new chapter. You may relocate to new corners of our country or world. You will enter personal and professional growth moments and uncertainty, ethical dilemmas, pain, historical change. Those moments and change will continue throughout your story, as will the memorable, joyous achievements and decisions that define your lives. Thank you for giving me this remarkable moment, and congratulations to Three Rivers Community College Class of 2023.
Thank you, President Maduko, for joining us today and sharing your story with our students. Your words are inspirational, passionate, and heartfelt. Thank you. And now, Mark Trementozzi joins us to extend greetings from the Three Rivers College Foundation. Mark, please join me.
Good evening, graduates, family, friends. My name is Mark Trementozzi, and it is a great honor to congratulate you on your academic accomplishments on behalf of the Three Rivers College Foundation as president of the board of directors. The foundation is comprised of leaders in our community representing local banks, hospitals, small business owners, and large employers, all who believe in the transformative power of education. The College Foundation exists to serve you, the students of our community. Our goals are focused on advancing educational opportunities available at Three Rivers, including the oversight and stewardship of scholarship funds that benefit our students. For the last 2 years, the foundation has awarded over $1 million in scholarships and awards. This incredible support is thanks to the generosity of donors in our community, donors like Three Rivers alumni, faculty, staff, community foundation, and corporate partners, all working together to support students like yourselves. As each of you prepare for the next part of your journey, I encourage you to pause and appreciate this moment. I know that every one of you sitting out there today has a unique story to tell, some of which we have heard. You're a returning student working towards a better career for yourself. You're parents setting an amazing example for your children. You're a young student ready to leave your mark on our community. Each story is valuable. Don't be afraid to share it with those you encounter on your journey. You can inspire and motivate others to create lasting change in their life through education. And remember, you have a team of people who believe in you here at the Three Rivers College Foundation. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Trementozzi, for your very inspirational words for our graduates and for being with us to celebrate this wonderful day. We are very grateful for the support of the foundation, for our students, and to Three Rivers. And now, President Joukowsky will introduce our next guest.
It is my pleasure and an honor to introduce a dear colleague and friend of mine, Chief Many Hearts Malerba, United States Treasurer, and to have her presence at our 58th commencement ceremony today. Her life is an amazing story of growing up with humble beginnings in a loving family in Montville, Connecticut, to having a distinguished nursing career and Director of Cardiology and Pulmonary Services at Lawrence Memorial Hospital, serving her tribe in several roles as Chairwoman of the Tribal Council, the Tribal Government as Executive Director of Health and Human Services, and being elected by the tribe's Council of Elders as the 18th Chief of the Mohegan Tribe, a lifetime appointment on August 15th, 2010. She is the first female chief in the tribe's modern history. Prior to being appointed treasurer, she served as the United South and Eastern Tribes Board of Directors Secretary. She formerly served as chairwoman of the Tribal Self-Governance Advisory Committee of the Federal Indian Health Service, HIS, a member of the Justice Department's Tribal Nations Leadership Council, a member of the Tribal Advisory Committee for the National Institute of Health, a member of the Treasury Tribal Advisory Committee, and a member of the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis Center for Indian Country Leadership Council. Despite having a busy career, Chief Malerba is a lifelong learner, earning her doctorate in nursing from Yale at age 63. She is a person who is humble, caring, generous, and committed to both her family and the Mohegan tribe, a strong advocate for Native Americans, and a servant leader who is engaged in serving the communities where she lives. Locally, she has served as a trustee for Chelsea Groton Bank, board chair for the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut, and on the Provost Advisory Committee member for the Harvard University Native Program. Last night, the Chamber of Commerce of Eastern Connecticut honored her as the 72nd Citizen of the Year. Over 400 people were in attendance to recognize her accomplishments and to celebrate her dedication and service to the community of Eastern Connecticut. Her life serves as a role model for our graduates for getting involved in community, always continuing to learn, generously sharing your time and talent to make a difference in your community. We are delighted, absolutely thrilled to have her presence with us, and we know that she will have words of wisdom, not only for our graduates, but for all of those who are hearing her address today. Go ahead.
Well, the older you get, the longer your bio gets, so let me just apologize for that now. Senator Blumenthal, I always love it when I get to share a stage with you. Thank you very much. And he is very generous with his time here in Connecticut. There's not an event that I go to that I don't see you, and we really appreciate that. Regent McCarthy, thank you very much also for being here. President Maduco, obviously, Dr. Joukowsky, you're such a friend, and we've served on a lot of boards together. And Dr. Mark Trementozzi, our paths have crossed, from a healthcare perspective, but also families have crossed. So I am just very, very happy to be here. Faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, graduates. This is just a wonderful moment to reflect, to enjoy, to celebrate. I'm so honored to share this moment with you. As you know, this college is on our traditional homelands. Mohegan and Three Rivers College is intimately connected by this land and by the ways that we've engaged with one another. This commencement, as you know, is a significant milestone. It's the 60th anniversary of the college. It's the last class that will be able to call themselves Three Rivers. But that doesn't mean this college won't go on. This college is strong and will have such an enduring history yet to be told. This college is extremely important to Southeastern Connecticut. It's the largest community college in Connecticut, and our community college system is the largest in New England. Not only does this college work with the local community, and I know that because I've worked with this college, to ensure that the programs offered will be valuable to our local employers. The other really important about the community college system is that 90% of the postgraduates stay right here in Connecticut. And you contribute greatly to our community, to the economic development here, and to all of the businesses that work here. That's really important for us to have a vibrant community and a vibrant state to live in. We need smart, talented people just like you to stay here and work with us. Everyone here today is connected in achieving the success of this graduating class. There are so many components and people necessary to a successful college experience. It may be in ensuring that the infrastructure of the college meets the needs of the faculty, the students in the community. It may be developing the curriculum, which I know is not fun because I had to do that in my doctoral program and I didn't enjoy that. So to all of you academicians, thank you for doing the work that you do. It may be in financing that education so that you are leaving here without crushing debt. It may be cheering your student on, and it may be simply just studying hard, putting one foot in front of the other, and keeping your eye on the goal. But here you all are to enjoy this beautiful moment tonight. And as I sat here, I felt the wind and the breeze through the trees. In our Mohegan tradition, when the wind is blowing through the trees, it means that the ancestors are with us, that they're happy, that they're smiling upon us. So you have a good night to graduate. There is an apt Lenni Lenape phrase, and that's the tribe the Mohegan descends from as the Wolf Clan. I am Kwash Wachi Ompitak. Translated, that means dream ahead. We believe that if you dream it, it will come true. You are all here because you allowed yourselves to dream, and you allowed yourselves to dream ahead. You had faith in your potential when you first applied to Three Rivers, and I hope that you will always continue to dream ahead, not only as you prepare to embrace the next part of your journey, and some of you I know at school, some of it will be work, but there are going to be opportunities that you have yet to even imagine. It wouldn't even be on your radar. And I'm here to tell you, remember that there is not just one path forward, that you will experience choices presenting themselves to you, that you will take alternative paths. Each of you here tonight are living the American dream just as I have. I was the first person in my family to go to school too. You found a way to achieve your goal of a higher education, and for many of us that is not a straight path, it's a curvy path. There is no one right way to get an education. The right way is however you found your own personal path to success. One aspect of the college that I love is the varied life experiences of the students. Some of you are the first people in your family to attend higher education. Many of you have embarked on your education as a second career, or maybe a midlife change of heart, thinking, maybe that first career wasn't really the one for me. Many of you have attended college as you juggled work and family responsibilities. I will tell you that that bodes well for anything you will do in the future, because not only do you know how to prioritize your time and multiple competing priorities, you also know what it's like to live on less sleep. And I'm sure you all know that story. That's a good skill to have no matter where life takes you. My dad told me when I was a young mother, and I was complaining about how tired I was, and he was a father of 7 children, he said, "Oh, honey, you're always going to have a reason to lose sleep." He was right. I personally know what it's like to work and attend school. It feels like I've been doing that my entire life. As you heard, I grew up in a family of 7 children in an extremely loving household. But you can imagine with 7 children, our finances were always stretched a little thin, shall we say. When I was in high school, I got off the bus at a neighbor's house to wait for their children and get them started on their homework and get dinner in the oven for the parents to come home. And that was at age 14. When it was time for me to attend school, I knew I had to be creative to finance my education. I went to a hospital-based nursing school, the kind where nurses wore caps and white uniforms. And it was a 3-year program, and at that time, I attended that school for very practical reasons. The whole program cost, now again, this is dating me, and also patients could smoke then too at the bedside. They had ashtrays for that smoking convenience. The whole program cost $3,900 for a 3-year education, as opposed to 4 years at a university, which would have cost me $8,000. So I'm not great at math, but I thought, all right, that's about half price. I like a deal. And not only would I be earning a salary earlier, I did save $4,000. Luckily for me, there's always a nursing shortage. Not lucky for us as patients, but lucky for me as a student. So I received scholarship funds for all but $600, which was amazing and such a gift. And I could work on the weekends as a nurse's aide for the grand sum of $25 a day, which was twice the going rate at minimum wage, so I thought I was doing pretty good. But my nursing career and my education is what defines me to this day, even though my career has taken many twists and turns. My goal was to be the vice president for patient care services at L&M, and I truly thought that I would work there and retire there at a reasonable age. But that old saying, man plans, God laughs. So that couldn't be farther from my reality. I became a nurse because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives each and every day that I went to work. But what I learned was, regardless of where you find yourself, you can do just that. When I was promoted to director, I realized that even if I wasn't working at the bedside, I was still affecting lives by creating the policy that supported those who were working with our patients. After a very lengthy career in nursing, the Tribal Council at Mohegan, which my mom was on, had achieved their goal of re-recognition, as I call it, and economic development. The council asked me if I would become their new Health and Human Services Director. And so how flattering that the people that watched you grow up hired you anyway. I mean, that's a real vote of confidence. And I had a bit of a crisis, thinking about what I should do, because I really wanted that vice president position at the hospital. But I decided to listen to my heart and not my head. And I took that leap to help our tribe develop the programs that take care of all of our tribal people from cradle to grave that they still enjoy to this day. Along the way, my mom retired, and I was encouraged by my 5 little sisters to run for tribal council and take her place. Which again, was really a big leap because I hadn't finished what I wanted to do as a Health and Human Services Director. That led me to become appointed the chief of the tribe, which again, I wasn't finished with my strategic plan as the chair of the tribal council. And I thought about it a little bit, and I brought home a bottle of champagne to my husband and said, I don't know if we should celebrate or if we should just drink this, because it means that I don't really retire. And so you have to help me with this decision. And he, of course, is the wonderful husband that he is, says, oh, I trust you to make the right decision. You just go for it. So as chief, I was blessed to engage at the federal level, as you heard, on many tribal advisory committees to advise agencies on issues of tribal policy. And, I was a very shy kid growing up, and no one believes that now, because once I found that voice as a nurse, I never stopped talking. And there are a lot of people that probably wish that I wouldn't, but, it's my job to educate everyone on what the best path is for our Indigenous people, and I won't stop talking until we have full equity for everyone in this country. Thank you. So in late 2021, I had a conversation with my family telling them, I think I'm going to start dialing things back. I don't want to work quite so hard. If COVID taught me anything, it was I want to be more available to my family and friends and not less. And then in January 2022, I received a call from the Domestic Policy Tribal Liaison at the White House to ask if my name could be put forward as the Treasurer of the United States. So I was really shocked by that. And you could have just kind of knocked me out of my chair because that was when we were all still working at home. So I was just kind of working at home, kind of doing my thing. And then I had to have this whole other conversation with my family, which was, well, this affects you if I accept this. I'll be working harder, not less. And I won't even be here in southeastern Connecticut. I'll be living closer to the Department of Treasury. So being my very supportive family, along with my very supportive tribe, because I had to ask our Council of Elders to give me the permission and blessing to go do this, because I'd be stepping aside from my full-time role, the answer was, yes, of course you should do this. So yet again, I took a giant leap of faith and said yes. It is my honor to serve all of us and to serve our country, but most importantly, the people who make up this country, to assist us all in achieving economic stability for everyone. So I still have a little bit of a strategic plan and a mission yet to achieve and accomplish. I share this with you all because I think you should all challenge yourself to be open to experiences and opportunities that you can't imagine as you sit here. Don't hold on to your life plan so tightly that you miss the biggest adventure that you never imagined for yourself. If someone is offering you an opportunity, take it. They've seen something in you that tells them that you will be successful at the opportunity that they're providing to you. Don't hesitate to take that seat at the table and to use your voice for good. Life is a journey, and it isn't always a straight line. I would argue that we are always in the process of becoming. We are all works in progress, meaning that we continue to grow throughout our lives. So enjoy those lumps, bumps, detours, and tops of the mountains that you will reach. Enjoy today, because I know how hard you worked to get here. Never forget the people who have walked with you every step of the way, because without them, your success would be less sweet. Tell them how much their support has meant to you. And going forward, be that person for someone in your life. Be their cheerleader, their support, their strength, their encouragement as they reach for their goals. Their achievements will feel just as special to you as your own. Be thoughtful about the ways that you will improve the communities you find yourselves in. Your family, your social network, your work families, because we all do have work families, right? Just like you have school families and, class families. Your community of residents. There are so many ways to engage in your community, and your talents will make themselves known to you. It will be your opportunity to touch lives each and every day in your own unique way. Buddha said thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness can never be decreased by being shared. And so today, I ask you all to be a light for others in all that you do. Mutawi wa itu wo kanch waskichi kiawan. Many blessings upon you all. And I do have a blessing that I'm going to give to you in Mohegan. And I'm not great because I can't memorize anything anymore, so God bless the people that spoke their language earlier today. But I just ask that you pray in your own way. Katantuit, katapton tamayaman, wachi okis kwamami kishkash paimux. Katapton tamayaman, wachi kachashayawok and ta kito pananak, muawe hata utai, iwo kotamawok, wichikiawan. Katapton tamayaman, wachi takawaihiayan, wikanch ayokoshawanch, eat wishi nishnau, katamawinch, wainamawak nitawan wichi wayotiok, tani dompak aina kwati waskichi mai, kawikwitamawaman konchimanto katai sani wakiak, kapoma wanch wunanak, wachi wami kishkash payamux, wachi wachanamawotak, mi konamawak yokis katahanonash. And I'm not iach, so I'm not sure I'm seeing my translation, but what I said was, thank you, Creator, for this day and all the days to follow. Thank you for all of the people who have joined us today and who celebrate with us. Thank you for the teachers who teach us. Thank you for all of these students, and may their lives be blessed forever.
Thank you, Chief Many Hearts, Lynn Malerba, for sharing your journey with us today. Your words and reflections are inspiring to us all. The Three Rivers community is so very proud of you. Thank you. And now, greetings from the faculty will be shared by Dr. Terrence Delaney, Department Chair and Professor of History. Dr. Delaney.
Good afternoon, class of 2023. I bring you greetings from the faculty. I was talking to a very wise person the other day, my wife, telling her I was going to speak at graduation. She cautioned me not to be an Edward Everett, who regaled his audience for 2.5 hours at the commemoration of the Gettysburg National Cemetery in November of 1863. Be more like Abraham Lincoln, she advised, whose 272 words at the same event would become the most profound speech in American history. 70 years ago, the history of Three Rivers began 100 feet behind me when the doors to Norwich State Technical Institute opened, admitting its first class. Joseph Edel, who recently addressed the college, was one of the first faculty members to greet them in 1963. He began a lineage that has come to include hundreds of faculty. Faculty like Jim Sherrard, our longest serving professor. Faculty like Attorney Richard Bennett and Dr. Joyce Martin, retiring from our ranks this year. And faculty like Professors Alexandra Carey, Tia D'Alessandro, James Duran, Michael Farrow, Erin Mulhern, and Yvette Anye, who began their tenure this year. For them and all the other faculty here today, I want to thank the graduates for your persistence, your dedication to learning, and your inspiration to your fellow students. Your success is our success. President Lincoln concluded his address with both promise and caution. He spoke of government of the people, by the people, and for the people, but explained that having such was a great task. Graduates, the faculty hope we have taught you the importance of civic engagement. Our nation needs that as much now as when President Lincoln spoke. As critical thinkers, the world needs people like you, using your skills to cut through the noise and lies that too often seem to overwhelm us. In your hands is our future. We faculty hope you will be thoughtful in your deliberations and firm in your conviction to ensure the great task continues. I will close with my 272nd word, echoing Alan Shepard's send-off to John Glenn, who became the first American to enter space. Graduates, Godspeed.
Thank you, Professor Delaney, for your meaningful and heartfelt words for our graduates. And now, greetings from the Student Government Association will be shared by SGA President Hiram Merkley. Hiram, please come to the podium.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Barfield, for introducing me. Thank you, graduates, faculty, family members, and honored guests for taking the time to be here. As Dr. Barfield said, my name is Hiram Merkley, and I have bounced all over the place to end up here in Three Rivers. I was actually born in Utah, graduated high school in Europe in the 2020 year, no less, and due to getting stuck in Europe over the pandemic, I worked as a kindergarten teacher for my graduating high school. And then finally, in spring of 2021, I enrolled in Three Rivers Community College. Every step of that journey has changed and affected me tremendously. Most of the people I was close to in Utah were people that didn't necessarily fit into the mold. And they did great things for everyone, people around them. They were friends in junior ROTC. They were a junior school PE teacher. Everyone had nice things to say about them, except they were gay people in Utah, a state with an incredibly high suicide rate, especially among LGBTQ+ individuals. I say this because it shaped who I am. I was always a computer nerd and avid writer who loved writing these stories with perfect beginnings and perfect endings for people. And I figured, if I love writing these stories, why shouldn't I aspire for at least a better world? And once I got into Europe, I entrenched myself in social outreach programs, which involved community work and the environmentalist club at my school due to the culture of Europe. And I even got a handwritten letter from the US ambassador of Bosnia for how I stood up for people. And sometimes to my own detriment, I've continued standing up for people in higher education as a student leader. And I've decided that I would rather regret standing up for someone when I was incorrect than be a fly on the wall and don't do anything. I say this because we all had our journey to get to this point. This Three Rivers graduation of 2023, whether it's our own personal perseverance or letting people into our heart to help us, even if they are no longer here with us to this day, they have all, and our own actions have helped us reach this moment. And whether it be the first step to a four-year institution or a brand new career, I wish you all luck. And I encourage you all to never stop writing your story, as you never know when you'll write your last chapter. Thank you all.
Thank you, Hiram, for your thoughtful and meaningful words for our graduates today. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Benjamin Kinney, who will give the student address. Benjamin is a 2023 graduate of Lifelong Learning of Education after completing his third year at Three Rivers with an Associate of Applied Science degree in General Engineering Technologies, as well as Data Analytics Certificate of Lifelong Journey of Education. I present to you Benjamin Kinney. Benjamin, will you please join me at the podium?
I'm so glad I've had public speaking because standing in front of a crowd, it's much different than speaking to one of my cats, so. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to family, friends, faculty, fellow graduates, and distinguished guests. Thank you for joining us for this memorable occasion today. We are here tonight to commemorate the achievements of the class of 2023 and to acknowledge the hard work that was put in over the past few years. I started attending Three Rivers Community College in the fall of 2020 during the height of the COVID pandemic. Since then, we, as a class, have experienced different obstacles than the classes before and learned to adapt and overcome these challenges. After several semesters of virtual classes, I was excited to finally be able to step foot on campus, take classes in person, and meet new and familiar faces off screen. This past year, in addition to the excitement of being able to attend classes in person, I, like many others, was also excited about the drop of the newest season of Stranger Things. While I do enjoy the show, I also really enjoy hearing all of the overlooked classic songs that make up the soundtrack of this 80s-based show and seeing the popularity rise for songs such like Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush or Master of Puppets by Metallica. While I already was an enthusiast for 80s pop, thank you, Dad, I had never really paid much attention to 80s metal, and soon enough, my Spotify playlists had an influx of Metallica. I say all of this not to convince people to watch Stranger Things, though it is a really good show, but to introduce the topic of my speech. While trying to come up with a theme or general message to convey to my classmates, I was listening to Metallica's 1991 album and came across their song titled Nothing Else Matters, and was struck by how the lyrics of the song can apply to our lives in our journey through college and all that follows it. I quote from the song, "Forever trusting who we are and nothing else matters." This line is about believing in yourself. There are so many people in this world, and I can guarantee that there is only one of each of you. There will be times in your life when people who don't know you or don't understand you will want to change you how they would like. They may not like the way you dress or what hobbies you are into, but who cares? Changing oneself to fit another's beliefs or ideals makes you into a facade, a mask, hiding your true self, and that is no way to live. I know and I've dealt with this on a personal level. I was born with a congenital heart defect, and at 3 months old, I had open heart surgery to repair it. Growing up, it made me aware of how different I was from everyone else, as I was the only kid in my school system that had anything like it. Luckily, I had the support of my parents who taught me to embrace it, as it was a part of me, but to not let it limit me or my goals in life. In the face of such pressures to conform, it takes real courage to be true to ourselves. I once again quote from the song, "Life is ours, we live it our way," and every day for us something new, open mind for a different view. This is about living life to the fullest and being open to others. It reminds me of what my grandfather would tell my dad. Work will always be there, go out and live. There's always work to be done, regardless of how much gets finished today. Another homework assignment, another quiz, another new milestone to reach once you get to your goal, or another discussion post on Blackboard. While it is important to get that work done to accomplish your goals, it is equally important to never forget about spending time with the ones you love, going out and trying new things, visiting new places, and not being afraid of new experiences. Open mind for a different view also ties into life with how imperative it is to try to understand others and have compassion for them. Every one of us here today has had different life experiences, faced different trials, thus are different people. Such is the beauty of being human. It is these differences that make interacting with others so enriching, and why I've greatly enjoyed getting to meet classmates, professors, and staff here at Three Rivers to learn their stories. Ultimately, this song is what you perceive it to be. For me, it is being true to yourself and not hiding behind a guise. It is being open and mindful of others, treating people with kindness or respect, and enjoying the little moments of life. To quote the song one last time, all these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Congratulations to the class of 2023, and I wish you all the absolute best in your future endeavors.
Through several pages. Thank you, Benjamin, for sharing your story with us. Your words are very thoughtful and inspiring. Each year, the Board of Regents presents medallions for academic excellence and recognition of outstanding academic accomplishment of associate degree graduates for community colleges. The criteria for the medallion are as follows. Recipients must be a graduating student who has earned a cumulative quality point ratio of 4.0. Recipients must have completed the degree requirements of an approved associate degree program. Recipients must have completed at least 50% of the degree requirements in residence at the community college awarding the degree. This year, we have 4 recipients who meet the criteria. I would like to ask the following graduates to join me on stage for the awarding of the medallions of academic excellence. Kyle Benito. Juliet Kimball, Jody Latanzi, and Samuel Sims. Regent McCarthy and President Chakosky will present the academic medallions.
Thank you. Kyle, Julia, Jody, and Samuel, on behalf of the Board of Regents, I congratulate you for your outstanding academic accomplishments. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of you on your accomplishments. And now, what you waited patiently for and you've worked so hard for, Regent McCarthy, will you please join me at the podium for the awarding of degrees? Because that's the most important part of the ceremony today. Regent McCarthy, as president of Three Rivers Community College, I present the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science, the Associate in Arts, and the Associate in Science. Will the candidates for the Associate degree please rise? Please rise. These candidates have satisfactorily completed the necessary requirements as set forth by the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education to be awarded the Associate degree.
And now you know why I'm here. By order of the Board of Regents and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon these candidates the degree of Associate of Applied Science, Associate in Arts, or the Associate in Science, and admit them to the honors, rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto.
Graduates, you may be seated. Regent McCarthy, as president of Three Rivers Community College, I present the candidates for certificates. Will the candidates for certificates please rise? Regent McCarthy, these candidates have satisfactorily completed the necessary requirements set forth by the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education to be awarded the certificate.
By order of the Board of Regents and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon these candidates the certificate and admit them to the honors, rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto.
Graduates, you may be seated. At this time, the graduates will be presented with their diplomas. Dean Getches and Associate Dean Tom Bailey will announce the graduates as they come forward and remove their diplomas, as they receive their diplomas. Excuse me. Let's hope.
For family and friends, 2 photographs will be taken of each graduate by a professional photographer from Grad Images. one as they receive their diploma from President Joukowsky and Regent McCarthy, and another individual photo at the side of the stage as the student exits the stage. Photographic proofs will be sent to each graduate. Graduates will be called to the stage by degree program in alphabetical order listed in your program. The audience is asked to remain seated while the graduates are presented with their diplomas. If you want a photo of your graduate, we have prepared a photo area for you on the side of the stage so that we keep the aisles clear at all times.
Next group of students will be graduating with an associate in applied science and architectural design technology, greeted by Professor Mark Camo. Glenger Max Daniel Dorvalis. Jonathan Fitzpatrick, summa cum laude. Tyler Kogut. Jonathan Pasantes, cum laude. Next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Applied Science and General Engineering Technology, again by Professor Mark Camo. Benjamin Kinney, magna cum laude, also receiving a certificate in data analytics. Cloutier Ponset. Carly Alexis Smith. Next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Arts in CSU Transfer Art Studies, greeted by Professor Sandra Jeknavurian. Davina Gabrielle Banks, summa cum laude. Next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Arts in CSCU Transfer Biology Studies, greeted by Dr. Sarah Selk. Tessa Alice Fadden, cum laude. Next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Arts and CSU Transfer Business Studies, greeted by Professor Richard Bennett. Lenora Alsey. Casey Buddha, cum laude. Alec Brian Bassetto. Beatrice Rodriguez Diaz Lawler, cum laude. Emiline Lynn, cum laude. The next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Arts and CSU Transfer History Studies, greeted by Professor Delaney. Emma Rose Schaefer. Next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Arts and CSU Transfer Mathematics Studies, greeted by Professor Brian Kennedy. Tim Lee. Next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Arts and CSU Transfer Political Science Studies, greeted by Professor Phil Mayer. Delaney Grace Peabody, cum laude. Sam Sims, summa cum laude. Next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Arts and CSU Transfer Psychology Studies, greeted by Dr. Michael Farrell. Charlotte Avery. Sophie Jean Chamberlain, magna cum laude. Lakeisha Chin, cum laude. Jing F. Hensley. Casey Melissa Johnson. Cody Molesky.
Destiny Jomaidice Valesa Velez, cum laude. Hannah Rose Van Devere, cum laude. Next group of students will be graduating with Associate in Arts at CSU Transfer of Social Work Studies, greeted by Dr. Joyce Martin. Brianna Lynn Rich, cum laude. Next students will be graduating with Associate in Arts at CSU Transfer of Sociology Studies, Dr. Stephen Neufeld. Kayla Ashley Lopez, cum laude. Next students will be graduating with Associate in Arts and Liberal Arts and Sciences, greeted by Dr. Stephen Neufeld. Mercedes Arroyo Soto. Kyle J. Benito, summa cum laude. Ashlyn Carroll. Lily Fryer, cum laude. Gabrielle Garvin Corey. Caitlin Garin, cum laude. Stephanie Cecilia King. Serenity Gerhardt, cum laude, also receiving a certificate in marketing. Jenna Catherine McLean. Autumn Judith Pepin, cum laude. Shamari Richards. Mackenzie Salin. Edwin Lloyd Fontanalia Smith. The pronouns are they, them. Juliet Inga Walker, summa cum laude. Brittany Wiley. Next graduates will be graduating with an Associate in Arts and Pathways to Teaching Careers, greeted by Dr. Jenner Nally. Ethan G. Miller, magna cum laude, also receiving an Associate in Science and General Studies. Hannah Caroline Olison, magna cum laude. Charlotte Ward, cum laude. Next graduates will be graduating with an Associate in Arts and Visual Fine Arts, greeted by Professor Sandra Jeknavurian. Thena L. Cranfill. Caitlin Marie Hall, cum laude. Christopher Henson, magna cum laude. Maria Alyssa Vasquez. Next students will be graduating with an Associate in Science and Accounting career, greeted by Professor Mark Moe. Jocelyn M. Busan. Danielle Cohn, also receiving an Associate in Science and Business Administration. Brianna Lee Elmore, cum laude. On Iaris Estrella Janopoulos, cum laude. Brenda Flores. Ahmed Muhammad, cum laude. Jariana Perez, also receiving a certificate in accounting. Chanel P. Putz, also receiving an associate in science and general studies.
Mommy right there.
Katarjana
Love you,
Tuliska,
Chanel!
summa cum laude, also receiving an associate in science and business administration. Next students will be graduating with an associate in science and business administration, greeted by Professor Nicole Colta. Violet Elizabeth Abad. Jada Victoria Tawana Goodwin. Morgan Ann McNeil. Lee Metzger. China May Ryo Monroe. Michelle R. Oliver, cum laude. Steffi Michon Sealing. Sandra St. Germain, cum laude. Jillian Vera Taylor. Kylie Ann Waite, cum laude. Next students will be graduating with Associate in Science and Certified Clinical Medical Assistants, greeted by Luann Wolf. Samantha Deidre Balkus. Tiffany Ran Venus. Carrie Lynn Lisa Craven. Alicia P. Gonzalez Viveros. Alicia Ann Lashney, magna cum laude. Dana Ann Lively, cum laude. Leanne Carla Lopez. Rebecca Rose Lucier. Nina Isabella Rose Obi. Jasmine Resendez. Next students will be graduating with an Associate in Science and Computer Science Technology, greeted by Professor Yvette Onye. Christopher Reed Durham, magna cum laude. Craig Meyer, cum laude. Hiram Wilhelm Merkley, summa cum laude. Next students will be graduating with an Associate in Science and Criminal Justice, greeted by Professor Jeffrey Crouch. Amisa Dai Cruz. Marcos Uriel Fernandez Flores. Jonathan Patrick Lay. Brianna Torres. Katie Mary Jean. Next students will be graduating with Associate in Science and Early Childhood Education, greeted by Dr. Jennifer Nally. Victoria Broughton. Manelli De Jesus. Michaela Cara Gimon, cum laude. Carrie Ann Galit Ortiz Velasquez. Ashley Ruth Roseland, cum laude. Jennifer L. Scott. Brianna Lynn Waters, magna cum laude, also receiving an Associate in Science and General Studies. Gretchen Wetzel, cum laude. Next students will be graduating with an Associate in Science and Engineering Science, greeted by Dr. Mark Camo. Lei Nugent Soja, magna cum laude. Samuel Epperson. Andrew Edgar Joseph LeBlanc. Ryan Phillips, cum laude. Next students will be graduating with Associate in Science and General Studies, greeted by Dr. Stephen Neufeld. Sholande Alexandre. Gabriella Jordan Chanego, cum laude. Michelle Helena Liebitz Cochran. Annie Marie Culver. Ashley Delaney, magna cum laude. Stephanie Nicole Descalo, cum laude. Michael Patrick Downing, cum laude. Chloe Joe Edwards. Dina Rosanna Ferez. Melissa Ann Gardner. Jasmine Joy Galsby. Kelsey Lynn Gomes. Anna Ebert, cum laude. Alyssa Laurice Guess. Alicia L. Duarte. Alex Sunflower Hunter, cum laude. Ashley Janelle Antoinette Jackson Horn. Carter Kelly. Jack M. Kolashik. Emma Lee Larson. Jody Lynn Lantizi, summa cum laude. Glenn Lavalle. Marcella Ann Pope Lee. Francesca Chantel Lopez. Samantha D. Lugo. Nilda Noemi Mercado. Ashley K. Morrell. Balut G. Narcisse, summa cum laude. Madison N. Nelly. Ryan John Nobles. Hope Eleanor O'Leary, cum laude. Cassandra N. Parma, cum laude. Janelle E. Putz, cum laude. Neo Sotis Santiago. Cheryl L. Schneider, cum laude. Nyasia Michael Seaton. Katie Lynn Sheppo, cum laude. Nicole May Stacy. Chelsea Lynn Taylor. Jacob Todd. Sarah Elizabeth Tuttle. Tony Underwood Milan. The next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Science in Graphic Design, greeted by Professor of Graphic Design and Communication, Kevin Amenta. Emma Victoria Ayalia, magna cum laude. Chloe I. Boucher, cum laude. Brian J. Gaffney, cum laude. Zachary Gomes. Julia Kimball, summa cum laude. Diana Alexandra Rodriguez, cum laude. Melanie Stanley, cum laude. The next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Science in Human Services, greeted by Professor of Human Services, Dr. Joyce Martin. Carissa A. Fontaine, summa cum laude. Janice Ashley Moreira. The next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Science in Manufacturing Engineering Technology, greeted by Assistant Professor of Engineering Technologies, James Doran. Jax M. Siaglo. The next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Science in Mechanical Engineering Technology, greeted by Associate Professor of Engineering Technologies, Jim Doran. Olivia Abin. Cameron James Souza, cum laude. Antonio Jose Tenorio. The next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Science in Nuclear Engineering Technology, greeted by Professor of Nuclear Engineering Technology, Dr. James R. Sherrard. Simon Carl. Joseph James Cerrito IV, cum laude. Samuel Kirko, magna cum laude. Matthew Edwin Hansen. Ryan Hewitt. Benjamin T. Petrosky. Joseph Riley, cum laude. Nicole E. Rodriguez Rivera. Wyatt Jackson Sabilo, cum laude. Zachary Tyrone. Aiden Werkheiser. The next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Science in Nursing, greeted by Director of Nursing and Allied Health, Dr. Cynthia L. Arpin. Sumia Bahi. Marcia Robin Burke. Wendy Marie Bria. Teresa M. Chassi. Devin Eckel. Jamie M. Connors, cum laude. Cassandra Cozzolino, also receiving an Associate in Science and General Studies. Isabella Linda Delicio, cum laude. Jessica Rose Eaton. Oneida Yours. Jillian Mary Farrell. Jessica Fenner.
Hello. I don't know.
Lauren Elizabeth Biascornaro. Renee T. Haas, cum laude. Jasmine Octavia Jenkins. Mariah Jensen, cum laude. Lori Jones. Rachel Maria Lake, summa cum laude. Lori Lee Lopez, cum laude. Monique Lorenzo. Saranya Marie Mujori. Taylor Mann. Julie Louise Marr, magna cum laude. Michaela Grace Marshall. Leah Marie McNear, magna cum laude. Frida Mensa Boudot. Lenka Minar, cum laude. Vanessa Savino Moffitt. Joy Morin, cum laude. Jarimar Nudal. Kristen L. Nicholas. Vanessa Nunez. Erica Maria Angelina, cum laude. Christy Pellerin. Adriana Perlada Jimenez. Awilda Perez.
You happen to know the location of a second umbrella? No. Okay.
Joelle Renee Puckett. Tabitha Ramos. Yulia Ryder. Tara M. Sanford. Heather Ann Smith. Jacqueline Sunoski. Hannah Rose Tracy. Brittany Lavelle Turner. Robert Thomas Vos, cum laude. Nikki Weaver, cum laude. Teresa Yamoa Yaboa. The next group of students will be graduating with an Associate in Science in Sports and Leisure Management, greeted by Professor of Exercise Science and Sports and Leisure Management, Heidi Zen. Jordan G. Furry. The next group of students will be graduating with Associate in Science and Technology Studies, greeted by Department Chair of Business and Technology Studies, Mark Como. Max Daly Petralis. The next group of students will be graduating with a certificate in computer-aided drafting, greeted by Department Chair of Business and Technology Studies, Mark Como. Connor William Johnston. The next group of students will be graduating with a certificate in library technologies, greeted by Dr. Steve Neufeld. Nicholas Pichu, magna cum laude. Allison Bidwell Clark, summa cum laude.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait that far. I'll try my best.
Will all the graduates please rise? You may now move your tassels from the right to the left, signifying your status. To our guests, families, and friends, I proudly present to you the class of 2023. You now join a wonderful group of your peers, the Three Rivers Alumni Association. Betty Belargen, Director of Institutional Advancement and a member of the class of '94, will give the alumni charge to our graduates. I would like to ask Betty to come up to the podium.
On behalf of the Three Rivers alumni community, we congratulate you on your academic accomplishments. Today, by virtue of your graduation, you are joining other Three Rivers alumni as members of the Alumni Association. As you move forward, continuing your education, career path, or building upon your family, we are counting on you to remember Three Rivers. This is your college. Go out and distinguish yourselves in Three Rivers by succeeding in your life goals. Stay in touch. Let us know where you are, what your latest accomplishments and achievements are. Remember that you have a community of supporters behind you that believe in your ability to succeed. Your efforts will help ensure that years from now, you will still be able to point with pride to your graduation. Once again, congratulations and warmest welcome to the proud family of Three Rivers alumni.
Thank you, Betty. Thank you to our new alumni. And now President Jokoski will offer final congratulations and best wishes to our graduates.
Graduates, would you please sit down? To our newest graduates, I am extremely proud of each and every one of you. Regent McCarthy and President Maduco, I want to thank you for your good wishes and for honoring us today with your presence. Thank you to the members of the Platform Party. Especially thank you to Chief Many Hearts Lynn Malerba for gracing us with your presence and sharing inspiring words. To our student speakers for your meaningful words to the graduates. To our distinguished guests and the Connecticut State Community College delegation honoring us today with your presence. Finally, thank you to our efficient and talented Commencement Committee and to our incredible facilities staff for making today possible. It takes a village to arrange and create an event like this. So my deep gratitude to everybody for their involvement and assistance. Graduates, final words to you. Good luck as you pursue your future. Find your passion. Get involved and make a difference in the communities where you live and work. Celebrate life. Be thankful for all that you have. Stay in touch. Take pride in your accomplishments. Every one of us is proud of you. And remember, in the words of Harriet Tubman, noted American abolitionist, always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and change the world. Thank you, faculty and staff, family and friends, and most importantly, graduates of the class of 2023. Given the fact that we couldn't hold off the weather completely, and I see people, in aisles and everything like that, we're going to dispense with the recessional so that family and friends can come up and greet the graduates. I see people shivering. I see people holding umbrellas. So go and celebrate and enjoy.